Hello everyone. So from today onwards, I'm going to start the English pedagogy classes. In this, we are going to start with the first chapter, language around us. First chapter, language around us. So we knew that to speak or to express our feelings, we need one language, any language. Like example, if you take, you have your own mother tongue, Telugu or Hindi. So these languages are very important to express our feelings or communicate with someone. So in this subheading also same topic, nature of English as a means of communication and thinking. So we are discussing about the English language because English is also very essential nowadays because not only in our state or in our nation or the worldwide the people are speaking English language. English has become universal language. English has become universal language and to survive in our life, to survive in our career. So English is very important nowadays. So that is the reason English language also it's a means of communication. And without language we cannot think. Well, not only English, even if you take your mother tongue also, you can. If you don't know your language or if you don't know your mother tongue, you cannot express your feelings with anyone. Even you cannot think. So English language is important in human life. The language is important in human life. English is a language like your own mother tongue. So nowadays, so nowadays, English is becoming like a mother tongue to everyone. If you compare this English language with your mother tongue, also it has also all the features that any natural language has. English language also has the same features that any not natural language has. And to describe this English language, we're using some of the terms. So the terms are language, mother tongue, features, and natural. So these terms are used to describe English language. So they are language, mother tongue, features, and natural. So we have a one statement that so the statement we shall look at the statement. There is no human being on this earth who does not know a language. It's a fact that without language, so we cannot communicate with to anyone, or we cannot express our feelings or thoughts. So, based on this, we can say that there is no human being on this earth who does not know a language. Even if you see the dumb person also, he used the sign language. It's a fact that the statement is fact. And we are not wrong at all about this statement. Every human being has a language and all languages behave alike. Yeah, it is also fact because every languages behave alike because every language is only for expression to express our feelings. And these all languages are organic and dynamic. These all languages are organic and dynamic. So what is the meaning of organic? Organic refers to a living thing. Organic refers to a living thing and dynamic refers to a that some things that is always active, changing or growing. So we shall see the definition of this organic and dynamic in next slide. So languages that live in isolation tend to become weak and die. Right? So we knew that ancient time we had many languages. Even tribal people also used to speak many their tribal languages. But when they are entering into the urban life, they are forgetting their own languages, and their language is becoming weak and they are dying. Take the example of Pali language. Olden days in Ashoka period, they used to speak Pali language, but now it is not existing. Even you take the example of Sanskrit also. Sanskrit also olden days it was very famous. Now we can see in only written form, but nobody is speaking the Sanskrit language. So when it is isolated, what happens? These languages become weak and it may die. And this phenomenon can be seen universally, not only here in a universal, in a means universal wise, if you observe anywhere. So these language, when these languages are isolated, automatically it dies. And you see one more point, many languages when they come together or stay together for a long time, they give birth to new languages. So here you see when the two languages or other language, any other two languages. When they come together and stay together, what happens for the long time? They give birth to the new languages. See, one example we have a few hundred years ago, the which one the Konkani language which are using in Goa. Konkani language which are using in Goa is did not exist. How it came to know how it is existed means in ancient times Kannada and Marathi these both languages were existed and they existed like unison like a married couple and the result was a new language that language is Konkani means because of Kannada and Marathi one more new language was existed that language name is Konkani that language name is Konkani so you can understand that when the languages come together or stay together for a long time they give birth to new languages and we have one more statement here. Living things grow. Like this fact, living things, even plants or human beings or whatever insects, they grow. The same way languages also grow. So how it grows, we shall see in this paragraph. Language adds a new words to its vocabulary and this is seen in a marked way in English. So what happens here? Every language adds a new words. The same way we can see in English language also, there have been a large number of words that are added to its vocabulary every day. Yes, from every country, from every language, many words are adding into the English language. So then what is happening? The vocabulary of the English language is increasing. So, and these languages are borrowing many words from other languages. And not only that, they are coined. Coined means many inventions are going on every day, every second, or every minute. Many inventions are going on, and that inventions are coined with a new name. They coined with the new name, and that a new word also added into the English language. And even if you take the scientific experiments, also they come with the new concepts, and that words also will be added in a English language. So that is the way the language is growing day by day. Even not only English, other languages also. If the words are added, automatically it grows. So you see, one example is given here. We knew that information and entertainment, these two words combined. So with this combining of these two words, one more word originated. That word is infotainment. And one more example is smoke and fog. Smoke and fog. One more word is originated smog. So these are two examples which is mentioned in this book, but we can find number of words. These words did not exist a few years ago. So here, what is saying? These words did not exist a few years ago, but today they are a part of qualities seen at common use among people. Not only this, even you see example in our childhood, and now also we see I and we will be mentioned in the future tense with the shall. But when we are speaking, we use only will. Means in future, the shall will be disappeared. Shall will be disappeared, will be added. So it means the new concept will be arised in English language. So, with these all, we can come to the conclusion that living beings reproduce and languages also reproduces and as well as also suffer to death. So, we have seen the two words. What is that? Dynamic. One word is a dynamic and one dynamic means what? Growing, changing and growing and active. So, these three words he has mentioned here. So, you can see here dynamic word meaning active, changing, and growing. So we have seen the example of language is active and changing with infotainment, and with this the words are added. So through this, this language will be grown. So this is the example of dynamic. And one more word, what is that? Organic. Organic is a refers to a living thing. Language is a living thing. Still we are using. So that is the reason these two words we use it for English language. Thank you all.